Greetings, Glitter Gang, and welcome back to Kathryn Scraps. My name is Kathryn, and this is the Quick and Easy Coffin Album. This album is made using the Halloween Night paper collection from Paper Phenomenon. I have used both the 12 by 12 and the 8.5 by 11, so it's available in a 12 by 12 and it's available in an 8.5 by 11, and I've used both of them. And I have done a YouTube playlist with how to make all the templates to make all the different pieces and parts of the coffin and all of that. So check the playlist, which will be linked down below if you're watching on YouTube, to see all the instructions for how to make a coffin album of your own if you want to make a coffin album. So first off, we have the coffin shape. So it's a 6-sided book. It does have a hard chipboard cover, and it has a flexible soft spine. This is made out of the paper from the collection backed with Tyvek so that it will be stronger and more resistant to tearing. And then when you open it, it does open into this double coffin. Okay, so this is kind of how it works. We have The Strangest Thing happened on October 31st. And then on each of the coffins, this album was designed to do three things. Well, four. 1, to be quick and easy. 2, to be shaped like a coffin. 3, to hold plenty of photos, while also 4, giving you an opportunity to showcase paper, because this is such a beautiful collection. And as Halloween collections often are, there's just a lot to see that you don't want to cover up. So that is why we have these transparent angled pockets. So these transparent angled pockets are holding all of our journaling spots and embellishments and photo mats on the front of the coffin, so that when they're removed, you can still see the scenes from the paper collection. So you can still admire the designs of the paper collection and keep your spooky scenes. So in this pocket, we have 2 photo mats back to back on a piece of black cardstock for a total of 4 4x6 photos, and that's in every pocket. There's 4 4x6 photos. Then we've used the Book of Spells paper from the collection, and we've turned it into a journaling spot. We have the Fright Night Polaroid or Polaroid from the collection, which has also been turned into a journaling spot. And then we've got the Spooky Lady from the front cover. She's a journaling spot. The October 31st badge, that's a journaling spot. Oh, wow. Yeah, I even made this little bat a journaling spot. I don't know what you would write on it. Think of one really clever thing to say on that bat. And then on the back of this bat, I've written extinct. So this bat is, unfortunately, this bat did not make it. He's extinct. Sorry, buddy. But, you know, it happens. It happens. So then everything can just easily go back into the pocket. And then the coffins have, these tabs that they open up. And so you get another like multi-coffin spread. And then here there is another photo mat for more photos. So 4 photos on the front of the coffin, 3 photos inside the coffin, for a total of 7 photos in every coffin. Here, I have chosen not to do a photo mat and instead to highlight paper from the collection. So once again, trying to do a balance between plenty of photos and showcasing papers. However, of course, you could put more photos there, and you could even do another booklet like this and put photos inside. All right, then turns the page, and it does lay flat because it does have a soft, flexible spine. All right, and this is the poison page. All right, so once again, we've got the double coffins and their plastic pockets. And then we've removed the paper so we can still see through the transparent pocket. We can see the beautiful design behind all of the little goodies. So we've put another spell as a journaling spot in here. We've got, of course, the 2 photo mats that are going to be in every pocket. We've got scorpion venom and a map, like a phrenology, not phrenology because that's your head, but like a, you know, a map of your hand, a fortune teller's map of your hand. We've got a skull. These are all journaling spots. I've used the journaling paper from the collection on the back of most of these little goodies so that you have plenty of places to write your little stories. Of course, if you don't need this many places to do journaling, you can just put some of the background papers from the collection instead. There are tons of beautiful background papers in this particular collection. And then on the other side, we've got the two of them, these ladies, making poison. So, and then we have another, this one's a love spell. And then the two photo mats. And then we have a guide for interpreting dreams. And that just has some of the background paper from the collection behind it. A witch's brew potion number 666, journaling spot there. And then this says it's cologne, but you know, it's probably just a trick. It's probably just a trick. All right, and then poison number 99, which is being used as a journaling spot. Vampire blood. And these are all from the collection. Dragon scale dust. And then full moon extract. I don't know how hard that is to get, but it sounds expensive. And then this one is a double. So when you pull the tabs, you get a fan of 4 coffins. Once again, I have chosen not to do photo mats here so that I can highlight paper from the collection. However, there are additional photo mats here. So I did maintain the 7 photos per coffin throughout the album. Oop. And then the next page, this is the Poe Inspired layout. There's a lot of Edgar Allan Poe imagery in the collection, so I've used quite a bit of it here. So first on the left, we have the raven with the clock. And then over here we have an actual raven, and this is the image from the front of the collection, or from the front of the album. I've just altered it for the front of the album a little bit. And then, of course, we've got the photo mats. And then in this one, I've done this Bewitched here, and we've turned it into a journaling spot on the back. I kind of imagine this as Annabelle Lee. We have the book turned into a journaling spot, and I added that heart embellishment, which is in the collection. So for Telltale Heart vibes, we have this spooky card. And again, any of these, you can put photos behind these instead of journaling. If you don't want to do journaling, put other imagery from the collection. Here's Poe himself. I put a piece of dictionary paper behind him because he's a writer. He needs a dictionary. And then we have mouse tails. I used that. I was thinking of the Pit and the Pendulum. I know it's rats, but you know, the same family. Oh wait, this is a rat? Okay. Problem solved. All right, so over here we have the photo mats again, of course. Go ahead and put those back in there. Then we've got the Raven as a tarot card, the Life of Edgar Allan Poe, and then a headless woman on the back. We've got the Raven imagery on this Polaroid here, and then on the back I've made a little collage, and again, this could be Annabelle Lee if that's how you want to interpret that. Another skull with dictionary paper on the back. And then we have mouse tails now, and then a raven eyeball and a raven feather. So I'm just going to go ahead and tuck them in there. And then once again, open it all the way out. And you've got your additional photo mats and your additional images. I've taken a raven from the collection and put it behind this photo frame. So this photo frame was either empty or perhaps there was like a woman in it. I don't remember, but whatever was there is I've just changed it so that it's a raven instead, just to keep with the Poe imagery. And then our last page, which is kind of our death dolls, creepy dolls page. And then also I like this idea as like a window into a coffin. So there you go. Then of course we have our closing little phrase there. We've got our brain juice, which I definitely need some brain juice right now to help me out here. We've got this, which is from the 8.5 by 11 collection. I've just turned this into a collage on the back to do some journaling with a little skull that's also in the paper collection. We've got this image, which is from the embellishment pack. I took this film strip and I turned it into a little journaling spot, and I took out the empty squares that were in this film strip, and I added, these are all images from the collection, so I've just added them behind it as if they're part of the photo strip. And then we have blood of toad, claw of a black crow, we have mysterious compound, and then some witch hazel and some tarantula legs. So that is our Coffin album. It's roughly 8.5 by 11-ish. You do need 12 by 12 paper to make it because of the way that the coffin is. It doesn't quite fit on one 8.5 by 11 page, even though it ends up being roughly 8.5 by 11. But to construct it, you do need like your 12 by 12 cardstock and your 12 by 12 papers. But yeah, it's just a beautiful coffin album. It's an interesting shape. I had a lot of fun experimenting with it, and I hope you enjoy making one of your own. And if you do, be sure to post it and tag me somewhere where where I can see it, because I think that'll be really cool. So I hope you all had a happy Halloween, and I will see you in another video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye now.